50 tons of solid stone, no wheels, no metal tools, and a face staring at you from 3,000 years ago, deep in the Mexican jungle. Archaeologists just uncovered something that changes everything we thought we knew about America's oldest civilization. And when they scanned these massive heads with cutting-edge AI technology, what they found inside was absolutely mind-blowing. This isn't just about ancient sculptures anymore. This is about rewriting history. What's going on, everyone? And welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we dive deep into archaeological discoveries that challenge everything we think we know about ancient civilizations. Today, we're talking about the Olmec. They created colossal stone heads that weigh more than 10 elephants. Heads carved with such precision that modern engineers still can't figure out how they did it. And now, a brand new discovery in Mexico has revealed a vast ancient city that's forcing us to completely rethink who these people were. But here's where it gets really interesting. When researchers used artificial intelligence to scan these heads at resolutions never before possible, they discovered something inside them that nobody expected. Something that suggests these weren't just statues at all. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this discovery is sending shockwaves through the archaeological community. Let's start with what just happened. Deep in the Mexican state of Veracruz, a team of archaeologists has unearthed an expansive ancient city that belonged to the Olmec civilization. We're talking about structures, plazas, ceremonial centers, and yes, more of those iconic colossal heads. The Olmec are considered the mother culture of Mesoamerica. They flourished between 1500 and 400 BCE, which means they predate the Maya, the Aztecs, and basically every other major civilization in the Americas. Yet for all their importance, they remain one of the most enigmatic cultures in human history. Why? Because they left behind almost no written records. What they did leave behind were these massive stone heads, 17 of which have been discovered so far, scattered across the Gulf Coast region of Mexico. Each head is unique. Different facial features, different headdresses, different expressions, and each one weighs between 20 and 50 tons. That's the weight of a loaded semi-truck, carved from a single block of basalt stone. Now here's the kicker. The nearest source of basalt is over 50 miles away from where these heads were found. 50 miles, through dense jungle, across rivers, without wheels, without pack animals, without metal tools. The question that's haunted researchers for decades is simple. How? For over a century, archaeologists have proposed theories. Maybe they used wooden rollers. Maybe they floated them on rafts down rivers. Maybe hundreds of workers dragged them with rope systems. But every theory has problems. The terrain is brutal, the weight is astronomical, and the precision of the carving suggests a level of sophistication that doesn't match our understanding of Stone Age technology. And then there's the question of why. Why would any civilization invest such enormous resources into creating these heads? The traditional answer has always been that they represent rulers, kings, elite members of Olmec society immortalized in stone. But recent research is revealing that this explanation might be way too simple. Think about it. If you're a powerful ruler and you want to be remembered, why not create multiple monuments? Why not inscriptions? Why not entire complexes dedicated to your legacy? The ancient Egyptians did it. The Romans did it. Every major civilization we know of did it. But the Olmec? They made these heads and basically nothing else on this scale. No giant pyramids with faces carved into them. No colossal statues of gods or legendary heroes. Just heads, 17 heads spread across different sites, each one different, each one enigmatic. This is where things started to not add up. And that's when the team decided to use technology that didn't exist even 5 years ago. Enter artificial intelligence and high-resolution scanning technology. The research team used advanced 3D imaging systems combined with AI analysis to scan these stone heads at a resolution that reveals details down to fractions of a millimeter. What they were looking for were tool marks, construction techniques, maybe hidden inscriptions. What they found was completely unexpected. Internal structures, anomalies, patterns within the stone that shouldn't be there if these were simply carved monuments. The AI detected variations in density, carefully positioned voids, and what appear to be intentional acoustic chambers within the stone itself. Let me break that down. These aren't solid blocks of carved rock. They're engineered objects with internal features that serve specific purposes. Some heads showed evidence of precise cavities that could function as resonance chambers, essentially turning these multi-ton sculptures into acoustic instruments. When struck in certain places, they would have produced distinct tones that could carry across distances. Other scans revealed alignment markers, suggesting these heads were positioned to track celestial events. The direction they face, the angle of their gaze, even the specific features of their headdresses may have corresponded to astronomical phenomena. This changes everything. These aren't just portraits of powerful leaders. They're functional objects, multi-purpose tools that combined art, engineering, astronomy, and probably religious ceremony into a single incredible package. So what does this actually mean? It means the Olmec were far more sophisticated than we ever imagined. But there's more. The research revealed something else, evidence that these heads weren't static monuments at all. They were moved, repositioned, repurposed over time. Some heads show signs of being recarved, features modified, headdresses changed, which means these weren't just made once and left alone. They were living objects in a sense, evolving with the needs of the civilization that created them. Think about the implications of that. You're talking about a society that had the organizational capability to not only create these 50-ton sculptures, but to move them around, modify them, and integrate them into different ceremonial contexts over generations. This requires infrastructure we haven't found yet, roads or pathways or systems we don't understand. It requires a level of social organization that suggests cities, administration, specialized labor forces. And that's exactly what this new discovery is revealing. The ancient city they've uncovered isn't a small settlement. It's vast. It shows evidence of urban planning, specialized districts, and architectural capabilities that rival anything else from that time period anywhere in the world. The connection between the city and the heads is undeniable. The heads aren't random objects scattered across the landscape. They're part of an integrated system, a network of monuments connected to the land, the sky, and the society that built them. Here's where we are now. This discovery opens up more questions than it answers, and that's exactly what good archaeology should do. Teams are now using the same AI scanning technology on other Olmec sites. They're finding similar patterns, similar internal structures, similar evidence of sophistication. There are hundreds of unexplored sites in the region, entire cities still buried under jungle canopy. And if this one site has revealed this much, imagine what else is out there waiting to be discovered. The potential is staggering. We could be on the verge of completely rewriting the history of early American civilizations. The Olmec might not just be the mother culture of Mesoamerica. They might represent one of the most advanced ancient societies in human history. Period. And every new scan, every new excavation, every new piece of evidence brings us closer to understanding how they did it, how they moved 50-ton stones through impossible terrain, how they carved with such precision, how they encoded multiple functions into single objects. The answer is probably going to surprise us, because if there's one thing this discovery has taught us, it's that we've been underestimating these people for a very long time. So there you have it. A vast ancient city, colossal stone heads with hidden internal structures, and an entire civilization that's far more complex and sophisticated than anyone imagined. The Olmec created something that has lasted 3,000 years and is still teaching us lessons today about engineering, about society, about what's possible when human beings decide to create something truly extraordinary. What do you think? How did they move these heads? What were they really for? Drop your theories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into archaeological mysteries, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we've got plenty more where this came from. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.